That's actually kind of cozy. Okay, so I'm in the second to last day of my time here in LA. I picked up some Mendocino Farms a vegan banh mi sandwich, which I am very excited to eat. I'm not sure if there's a place to eat this in the museum that I'm going to. I'm going to the Hammer Museum, which I've never even heard of, but we're again in the era of trying new things. Oh my goodness, my friends. It's been a few weeks since I've touched this camera, so I will say though, it has been nice because I think there was still a lot of processing I needed to do. There was so much turbulence last year, or just like in the tail end of last year. It made me terrified to have 2023 be this opportunity for newness, and I wasn't yet ready to digest what was gonna come. And that's the problem though, is like I thought that it would be a big deal, and it's not a big deal. There is a very real power we have to attract what we want and also attract what we don't want by ruminating on it. So that I feel like in a way that kind of expedited healing and made me just a little bit more aware of my thoughts and how I choose to carry that experience. Learning to love yourself is also learning everything you've experienced, and because that's what you were a part of, so you have to learn to love those things. Otherwise you resent little parts of yourself, and it's definitely not something I want to carry. So Happy New Year to everybody. It's always interesting to be approached with the newness of a new year and the energy that comes with the new year, and just like, how on earth are you supposed to fill this year with everything you want? And it's crazy. So some things I'm focusing on for the new year that have nothing to do with money or success or whatever would be, number one, building a community of people that I love, feel safe with, people that I can have over for dinner and have heart-to-heart conversations with, people I can just sit in silence with, honestly. And I want that community. I want those people I want a magnet, to be a magnet with in attracting those people, and vice versa, right? Like, I think you do attract your community, and it is a reflection of you. Second thing is spreading kindness. And what I mean by this is, as soon as I have someone or something in front of me that my brain goes, ooh, they look amazing, or I love their outfit, or I love her hair, it's now my job to go tell her. I would want that to happen to me. And also, when that happens to me, I know how good it feels. It is so nourishing to have someone go out of their way and make it important enough to be confrontational in the most positive, loving way. And that is a physical and verbal representation of love overflowing. And it's overflowing. You can extend your love to somebody else who has no role in your life. Like, you have the power of love within you, and you get to go every day and show up for anyone and everyone around you and be an extension of this divine love that is never ending. It's unlimited. And guess what? You get to create it within yourself as well. Like, I think you also have to start, which ties into my next goal of this year, is mindfulness in a very small way, like micro mindfulness. There are little habits that I've collected through these podcasts, these influence people who have the research down to 1 or 2 little things you can do a day that make a very big difference. One example is the Mel Robbins podcast. She talks about how there's this thing called high five habit, where you look yourself in the mirror and you give yourself a high five, and it feels super silly the first few times, but if you are able to do that, you are being your own support. If you can't show up for you, then how on earth are you supposed to show up for somebody else? And I'm a firm believer in that. And as soon as we can recognize the power of our own presence and be proud of everything that's gotten us to stand in front of that mirror and put intention back into your own routine and your presence, your existence, then things start to feel powerful and you have magic within you. So you're also acknowledging that magic that you came to the mirror with, or to the table with. Along with the mindfulness, micro mindfulness, there is also the 2-minute habit, which comes from Atomic Habits. Anything that's under 2 minutes, like whether it be a dish, doing the dishes, sweeping up a pile of crumbs on the floor, making your bed, brushing your teeth, spreading kindness. It does not take that much effort. If it takes under 2 minutes, we have a lot of time to do a lot of things. Because I've realized that a lot of the time we spend thinking about how much time it's going to take, and we don't actually do it. So you can apply this to anything that's obviously greater than 2 minutes. So things like writing a book, 2 minutes. I'm doing morning pages, which is a technique that is taught from the book The Artist's Way, and I'm finding that to be extremely helpful because that is a dedicated space for those weird thoughts that you get in the morning time usually. It's a dedicated space for those clouds. I think of these types of thoughts as clouds, and then when the clouds are allocated into a journal and you take the time to express them and give light to them, it's not that you want to review them and analyze them, it's just that you're like, here's the place to go, stay there. And then you have room for creativity, and you have room for productivity, and you just feel a little bit clearer headed to show up more authentically in your day. And I think that's just so exciting. So I hope those are inspiring, or maybe resonate with you guys too, but those are things that I want to do that are not to do with buying a mansion or being a millionaire. And I think those habits that I talked about are things that are free and accessible to everybody.